What's going on today, guys? I have a great recipe for you. It's actually my personal favorite food on earth. It is a breakfast sandwich. They're the best. If we're talking my all-time favorite, it's back and forth between Panera has a really good one and a McDonald's McGriddle. McDonald's McGriddles are sneakily like one of the best foods on earth. We are gonna make a homemade one. You can make this on the weekends. You can make this on the weekday because it doesn't take very long to make at all. Components of a breakfast sandwich. You got the bread, you got the bacon or sausage. We're going bacon today. You got eggs, of course, and you got cheese. Those are the big four. The only problem area there on a keto diet is gonna be the bread. We don't want to spend all day baking bread, so we are going to make microwave mug bread. So this entire sandwich can be completed 5 to 10 minutes. There's a couple different ways you can go about this. If you don't want to do the microwave bread, you can use one of the other recipes on our website. We got air fryer biscuits. Biscuits you make in the oven. You can also make this recipe in the oven if you just heat it at 350 for about 20 minutes. 1 tablespoon of butter, and you can just eyeball pretty much this whole recipe. I like to do a little more than a tablespoon. Pop that in your mug, and one thing with the selection of your mug, I like this one because the diameter here is pretty big. It's about the size that I want my sandwich to be. You don't want to be using like a really small mug or else you just got a little baby sandwich. We want big boy sandwich. So just microwave this to get it melted for about 30 seconds. Butter is melted. Now we are going to be using 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. A lot of people are probably going to ask, what if we want to use almond flour? I would recommend against it if possible, but you probably need 6 to 8 tablespoons of almond flour. Just a little couple taps worth of baking powder, like a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, doesn't really matter. Then we're gonna use a tablespoon of heavy cream and a little splash of water, about a tablespoon or 2. So if you get this mixture together and it's either too loose or too tight or like dry, you can either add more water or coconut flour as needed. And then the final ingredient is just an egg, and then mix it together. So this is looking very loose. It's just a little bit thicker. The thinner your batter is, the longer it'll actually take in the microwave. You're gonna have to kind of play this by ear. I'm gonna go, I think this is gonna take like 2 to 3 minutes. But if you have a really thick batter, it may take only like 90 seconds. Okay, bread is done. It took 2 minutes. And here's what we are working with. See how soft that is? So soft, moist, lovely. I'm gonna let this cool before we slice it. It'll be easier to slice once it cools. Set that aside. Now it's time to get the ingredients for the filling of the breakfast sandwich going. I'm a big fan of the 4-2-2 methodology of breakfast sandwiches. 4 slices of bacon, 2 eggs, 2 slices of cheese. That's what we're doing today. The best way to do it is you cook the bacon, then you cook the eggs in the grease from the bacon. So I'm gonna get 4 slices of bacon going on the stovetop back here. And comment below, guys, when you're ordering a breakfast sandwich, how do you like the eggs on them? Do you like it over easy? Do you like it over medium? Or do you like it fried over hard? Yeah, over medium if it's not too runny. Okay, let's cut into this bread. I think you could probably get 3 slices out of this, maybe even 4 if you want to be a really thin sandwich. But I'm just gonna go with 2. Because we're going for 1 big sandwich here.
Did they put any sauces or anything on the sandwich?
Not on a real breakfast sandwich, no. Look at that. Boom. I mean, on the McGriddle, you got the syrup-infused bun. But no, breakfast sandwiches do not have sauce.
I think mayo and ketchup would be good.
Okay. You obviously don't know what breakfast sandwiches are.
What
it's supposed to be dry.
And dry sandwiches are not good.
You're talking out your neck sideways. Okay, bacon's done. I'm gonna pull this out, put it onto a paper towel, drain off some of the grease so that the bacon remains crispy. And now we're gonna put 2 eggs in here. Now this is how I like to do my over medium eggs. Okay, so we got the biggest egg white of all time for some reason. So I like to break the yolk a little before I flip it. Not too much, just kind of like McDonald's does. You know, their yolks are broke, if they even use real eggs. They probably do, right?
Yeah.
But the yolk, you can distinguish it from the white. So those are your eggs. Now, it's important we work with hot ingredients here because we want the cheese to melt. So here we have some mild cheddar. Really, yeah, I think cheddar is where you want to go with breakfast sandwiches. You can talk me into provolone though too. I am just going to go bottom layer. Is this the bottom? Yeah. Bottom layer, we go in cheese. Then we go in egg. It's important for egg to touch cheese because egg is the hottest. Then we're going middle layer, Baconville. You can break them up a little too. and then egg, and then cheese. And the cheese is actually gonna act as a little bit of a shield for the bread so it doesn't get soggy. That's a pro tip. Look at what we have here, guys. That is a Sunday breakfast behemoth if I've ever seen one. Does it get better? This is what 10,000 hours looks like, guys. So let's give this a try. Just perfect. The bread is actually like a nice subtle sweetness from the coconut flour, which is kind of in the realm of a McGriddle, which I love. Almost as good as a non-keto version. If you do want to take this to the next level, you can slice the bread and then toast it in the bacon grease. That would be the best route to go. I like it like this though. I actually like the softness of the bread in the sandwich. Great recipe for a Sunday morning. Make it for the kids. Kids will love it. Kids get to pick their own different ingredients. Although, in my opinion, there really is no different ingredients. These are the 4 mandatory ingredients: bread, bacon, egg, cheese. So guys, as always, the link to how to make this recipe is below. You can try it with a bunch of different kind of breads. Even if you have some store-bought low-carb bread, you can make it with that. Really easy recipe, one of my all-time favorites. Thanks for watching.